Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everybody, to the last episode of My Last Brain Cell for the year. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I pray that you all enter the new year safely with people that you love or doing what you enjoy. Um, this has been an amazing year. I truthfully don't know where I would be without God this year. This is one of like the first few years in my life that I have actually actively said that I believe in God. And let me tell you, man, I feel like low key, he's been working overtime to make sure that I'm good. So I'm super grateful for this year. I'm grateful that I'm able to spend time with you guys. I'm grateful for everybody who watches me spew my nonsense and listens to the questions and plays pick your poison with me. If you even give me a minute of your time, please know I am beyond thankful for all of it. If you comment, I'm elated, like over the moon. So truthfully, thank you. Um, as I said before, I have so much planned for 2025. So much planned for 2025. So I really hope that you guys continue to watch. I know I said it before and I'll say it again. This is the last full length episode that will be on TikTok. Going forward, all episodes will be only on YouTube and TikTok. You will get the clips. With that said, too, that also means that because what I was doing, right, was TikTok was getting all the episodes day of because I record day of and post day of. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, TikTok was getting it then. YouTube was getting it the day after. And now YouTube will be getting it the day I record. And TikTok, you'll be getting the clips the day after. So there are some changes coming, but I really do think that it is for the better. And I do think that I will make it worth y'all time. I really do. So please continue to watch and tune in because yeah, man, I do think we're gonna have a great time. So with all that said, today's the new year. Today's New Year's Eve, right? So I guess this is a two-part question. One, did you have any resolutions this year that you accomplished? And then two, um, what are you most proud of for the year? Right now, I personally did not make any resolutions this year. I think it's one of the first times that I didn't. Like I actively was like, I really don't care. But I did set certain goals for myself this year. I did 75 hard, which was really cool, and I'll be doing that again next year. I did that in the first try. I did this, I had some really great experiences this year. Yeah, man, this was just again not many resolutions. I didn't have any resolutions, but I accomplished, I think, so much. I got to spend more time with my family than I have in probably the past 5 years combined. Yeah, I was able to spend a holiday with my family within the last year. Or that's a lie. I didn't go for Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, but I was able to join my brother for his 30th birthday. I did a lot of cool things this year. This year really brought a lot of great memories. But the thing I want to say I'm the most proud of is definitely doing this. I didn't even get TikTok until this year, and I knew that I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to step out my comfort zone. And I knew once I did the very first thing that I would be able to, like, once I made the very first video, I knew I'd be able to just kind of continue to do it. It just took that initial leap of faith. And after that, man, it's been easy breezy, So I definitely would say that the one thing I'm the most proud of is starting my last brain cell. And like I said, man, it sounds like an understatement, but it really isn't. There's So much more in store, you guys, and I really can't wait for you all to see it. But anyway, let's yeah, there it goes. Let's go ahead and move right along to pick your poison. All the cards that we have left. Sometimes I'm still honestly in disbelief. I'm gonna give it a little shuffle just to make things. I don't know how to properly shuffle like how people in blackjack shuffle. I learned how to shuffle playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, so that's why I shuffle the way I do. And I know other people can do like the fancy, have half a deck and like smush it together. I don't do all that. I shuffle the Yu-Gi-Oh way. You have a problem? I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Go ahead and judge if you want, but I do what I want to do. All right. Let's see what's happening. Be woken up Be woken up every day by a bucket of ice water. Be absolutely convinced you're in the center of a conspiracy that isn't true. Eat a dozen raw oysters that have been sitting out in the sun for 2 days. So let me tell you guys a very fun fact about me. A few years ago, for the company I used to work for, I was a food safety coordinator, which is basically like I worked for a supermarket and called Wegmans. And what I would do is I would go to the various departments, meat, seafood, dairy, whatever, and I would inspect their departments, right, to make sure that if and slash when the store got audited, that we were up to par, right? Whether it was the state that came in, or whether it was Wegmans corporate themselves, because Wegmans corporate would also perform their own uh, uh, audits to make sure we were up to code. So my job was essentially to make sure things were good, right? So I learned a lot about food safety, a lot. And it's very interesting. People say ignorance is bliss, and it very much is, because I know that I was super annoying when I first started learning this information, because there were just things that I couldn't believe that I had not purposefully, but I definitely did ignore, because not ignore, but I never abided by, just because I didn't know any better. But once I knew better, I was like, I need to ensure that I continue to abide by these things. So I say all that to say, there's no fucking way I'm eating anything that's been sitting in the sun for 2 days, but I'm definitely not eating any raw seafood. So eating raw oysters, one or a dozen, that's immediately erased. Be woken up every day by a bucket of ice water, or be absolutely convinced you're in the center of a conspiracy theory that isn't true. The ice water thing just reminds me of like a less advanced version of waterboarding. And I don't know if I have the chops to deal with that. I don't want to be waterboarded. It just sounds and looks terrible. It looks like, yeah, that's torture. And I don't really want to be regular tortured, let alone tortured. So, like, what is that? Are they just throwing it on my body? I feel like I would go into shock. I can't imagine waking up every day in shock. That sounds outrageous. However, being convinced that I'm in the center of a conspiracy theory that isn't true sounds hilarious. It reminds me of the episode of Futurama, where the like there were these people who were convincing Fry to like help them, because they were trying to stop somebody, and only Fry had the ability to help, because the person who they're trying to stop can't read Fry's brain. Whatever. Like, and they all sounded freaking cuckoo. But that's like the first thing I imagine when I hear you're in a conspiracy theory that isn't true. So I think, while it probably wouldn't be fun to like look paranoid, I think between the three of them, I could deal with that. Like, what would my conspiracy fee? Conspiracy be? I feel like I would think people are conspiring against me because I have a crooked pinky. And there's a conspiracy out there to make my pinky straight. And I refuse to let it happen. That's my conspiracy. And if you're confused by what I mean, give me 2 seconds and I'll put you on the game. I think I've talked about it on here before. I don't quite know. So I think I have. I think I talked about grip strength before. My pinky on my left hand is not straight. I'm missing the joint in the top of my pinky, right? So here's my pinky. Here's what everyone's pinky looks like, right? This is my right hand. And here's my left hand. Not everyone's pinky looks like this. I actually met when I was in junior high school. I had a teacher, my 7th grade math teacher. He was Greek as fuck. I don't remember his name. It was like, I almost said something really what felt ridiculous. I almost said kaleidoscope, and I know that wasn't his name, but it definitely started with a K. But anyway, he had a crooked pinky. But I with all that said, I'm disregarding that fact, and I would believe that my conspiracy is there's a conspiracy out there to straighten up my pinky so I can be normal like the rest of you. Yeah, that's what I would do. Let me know which ones. Let me know which poison you guys are picking. Ice bucket, woken up with every day, a bucket of ice water. Convinced you're in a conspiracy theory that isn't true, or eating a dozen raw oysters that have been sitting in the sun for 2 days. Please don't pick the last option. Please don't. If you do, I'll pray for your stomach because that's horrible. That's a rough way to die. But anyway, let's move on to the Wheel of Fun. Look at this fucking guy. He looks crazy without his jetpack, but we're almost done putting that together. I only got a few more steps, it looks like. So yeah, he's almost whole. This is so exciting. Ooh, that was a satisfying click. Yeah. Anyway, let's spin this motherfucking wheel. Look at him. He stayed standing. On this day. Yo, like I said to y'all before, God really got jokes because I was really hoping to relay this fact to y'all. I remember what it is, but let me make sure I read it verbatim from the handy dandy notebook. You ready for this one? On this day in 2019, the World Health Organization, also known as the WHO, first learned of viral pneumonia cases in Wuhan, China. The disease was later determined to be none other than COVID-19. I'll never forget New Year's Eve of 2019, actually. Me, my ex, and my roommate, and I want to say maybe my ex's friend, we all went out to a club, right? And I remember standing outside, freezing my tits off because I didn't bring a jacket. And if I did, I want to say I might have gave it to my girl at the time, but I don't think I brought a jacket because I thought we're gonna be in this club, we're gonna drive and pop in this club, and it's gonna be fine. But we were standing outside for so long. I remember just looking at my phone, and I remember getting the notification, and it was like a few minutes before midnight when my phone like ding with like, oh, like there's like like there's like this case in China where like people are getting sick, and I was like, that fucking sucks. And I remember yelling, when it hit midnight, I remember yelling Happy New Year. No, I didn't yell Happy New Year. I yelled suck your mother because we were still standing outside and it was freezing fucking cold. But I say all of that to say, do you remember where you were when you first heard of COVID-19 before it was deemed COVID-19? Like, do you remember where you were when you first saw or got that notification? I don't know how many of you have news apps giving you notifications on your phones, but hopefully all of you or most of you do because you're functioning adults and should stay in the know. But do you remember where you were? Because that shit was crazy, man. Yeah, that was not pleasant. So I hope that going into this year, we don't have any crazy cases such as that. Yeah. Anyway, what are you guys' plans for entering 2025? I hope you guys are doing something really fun, entertaining that you want to do. Something that you like, you dig. But yeah, I don't have very much else to say to y'all. I'm about to finish up this jetpack and then pop it on our boy Boba. Once again, have a safe and happy new year. I hope that whatever you plan to do for the new year, you accomplish. I hope that you see all the blessings that this year gave, even if you had a rough year. And I'm not someone who likes to compare because you never really know what someone's going through. So to say that I might have had a worse year than you is not very fair because I don't know what it is that you went through. But I do hope that whatever it is you went through, that you are also able to see the blessings and the positives that came from it. And that's not always an easy thing to do. It is most definitely easier said than done, but I hope that you do. With all that said, y'all, next time I see you, it'll be in like a minute format. No, I guess it doesn't matter. That's just for TikTok. Next time I see you, it'll officially be the new year. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Wait, can I put this on? Ooh, no, hold on. I'm not gonna let y'all go just yet. We're about to put this motherfucking backpack on him. Yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all go in a little bit. We're almost done. I promise. I promise. Just stay patient. I promise. It'll be worth it. It's Boba Fett. Yeah, just relax. All right, what piece did I just take? 20, 17. That says 5. Where's 17? Oh, there it is. 17. Yo, again, I keep saying it and I will probably continue to keep saying it. People who make these things, major kudos to them. Major kudos to them because sheesh. Like it hasn't taken me long. It maybe taken like almost a full month and we're almost done with him. But there are people out there who almost definitely do this all day, every day. Yeah. Kudos to them. Did I put that on the right way? Nope. It goes this one. And now it goes. And now Boba gets his motherfucking backpack, his jetpack. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at that. He's almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, this is King Echo and Young Boba Fett signing off.